I'm telling you guys the story of the 3 little pigs, retold by me.
And what's your name?
Simone. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her 3 little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. Now, be sure to write, she said, and remember that I love you. The first little pig came across a man with a load of straw. I've got it, he said. I'll buy that straw and build a house. That's not a good idea, said the man. Mind your own business, thank you, and said the little pig, and he bought the straw and set about building the house. It took him no time at all. Wait a second. Then a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in. And the little pig replied, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So the wolf said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the pig's house down. And he gobbled up the little pig. Now then, the second little pig, I don't know how to say that. Now the second little pig came across a man with a load of sticks. I've got it, he said. I'll buy those sticks and build a house. I think twice about that, said the man. Oh, pooh, said the little pig. What would you know? So he bought the sticks and set about building a house. It took him no time at all. Very pretty, the little pig said. But as soon as he settled into his pretty house, the wolf happened by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in. And the little pig replied, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So the wolf said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the pig's house in, and he gobbled up the little pig. The third little pig came across a man with a load of bricks. These bricks will make a fine, sturdy house, said the man. Capital idea, my good fellow, said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him a long time, but it was well worth it. Nice and solid, said the little pig. Nice and solid. I can imagine that feeling of like him working on the house and saying, nice and solid, nice and solid. As soon as the little pig settled into his house, he noticed the wolf loitering about. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in. And the little pig said, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Well, the wolf had heard that before and said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed until he was quite blue in the face. The house stood firm. I must try another approach, muttered the wolf, and he put on his most dazzling smile. Little pig, I was only teasing. By the way, I hear tell the Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Should we go pick a few? I'm much too busy now, replied the pig. How about tomorrow morning? The wolf said, okay, I'll come for you at 6. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones's turnip field, picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. When the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. "I'm sorry I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. "No harm done," he said. "By the way, I hear there's a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Should we go help ourselves to a few apples?" "I must cook my turnips," said the little pig. "How about we meet there? Should we meet there at 5? said the wolf. "Okay," said the little pig. The next morning, the little pig got up at 4, hurried off to Merry Meadow. It took longer to go to Merry Meadow than he expected. When he was picking the apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf coming. "Do try one of these," he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. The next morning, the wolf came to the little pig's house and the wolf was really quite put out. And he said, "Little pig, I hear there's a fair today on Hog Hill. Do you care to go?" "I'm much too busy now," "How about we meet there?" said the little pig. "Will 3 o'clock suit you?" "Colossal," said the wolf. 3 it is, just to make sure he would be there at 2. The next morning at 1 in the afternoon, the little pig hurried to the fair. He had a fine time, so fine that he lost track of the hour. When he saw the wolf out of the corner of his eye, he quickly jumped into an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill towards the wolf. "Oh!" Well, the wolf was so scared that he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf came and told the little pig how frightened he'd been by a great round thing that came rolling down the hill. "Frightened you deny," said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside." This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. "I've been nice long enough," he cried. "I'm going to eat you up right now." So he climbed onto the chimney. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot into the fire and quickly stoked the fire. When the wolf was coming down, quickly he stoked on the fire. "Dinner time," said the wolf. "You can say that again," said the little pig, and cooked the mean old wolf and gobbled him up. The end.
That was excellent. I enjoyed it, and I hope everyone else will.
And
lovely. Did you like it?
That was my sister.
Yes. What's her name?
What's
your sister's name?
Simone.
Simone. Congratulations, Simone. That was a nice story.
Can I tell them a story?
Next time you'll tell us a story, okay?